Imagine an army so fierce, so disciplined, that seasoned European soldiers hesitated before facing them in battle. Now imagine that army was made entirely of women. In the heart of West Africa, in what is now Benin Republic, thousands of female warriors stood ready to defend their kingdom. They trained harder than most soldiers. They marched into battle carrying rifles, machetes, and unwavering courage. European officers described them as fearless. Some called them unstoppable. For decades, these women fought against rival kingdoms, slave raiders, and eventually one of the most powerful colonial forces on Earth, the French Empire. Their story has often been overlooked in world history, yet their bravery changed Africa forever. This is the extraordinary story of the Agojie, the African women warriors who challenged European armies and became legends.
Long before European colonization reached its peak, the Kingdom of Dahomey emerged as one of West Africa's most powerful states. Founded in the 17th century, Dahomey developed a highly organized government, a formidable military, and a culture centered on discipline and loyalty. Its capital, Agojie, was protected by strong defenses and ruled by kings who demanded excellence from their soldiers. But Dahomey possessed something unique, something almost unheard of anywhere else in the world: an elite military force made up entirely of women. What began as palace guards would eventually evolve into one of Africa's most feared fighting forces. Their courage would become legendary, and their enemies would soon learn that these women were far more than ceremonial protectors. They were warriors.
The origins of the Agojie remain surrounded by legend. Some historians believe they began as elephant hunters. Others suggest they were created to protect the royal palace. Whatever their beginnings, by the 19th century, they had transformed into a professional military force unlike any other in Africa. Recruitment was strict. Young women were trained to endure pain, obey orders without hesitation, and place the kingdom above themselves. The training was brutal. Warriors climbed thorn-covered obstacles, practiced with weapons daily, and prepared for battles that could determine the fate of their nation. Many never married. Many dedicated their entire lives to military service. Their loyalty belonged first and foremost to Dahomey.
Life inside the Agojie ranks was demanding. Every day began before sunrise. Warriors trained relentlessly, sharpening their bodies and minds for war. Discipline was absolute. Obedience was expected. European visitors who witnessed their drills were astonished. The women marched with precision. They handled weapons with remarkable skill. Their confidence challenged European assumptions about both Africa and women in warfare. To the Agojie, battle was not merely duty. It was honor. Each warrior understood that her courage reflected the strength of the kingdom itself.
By the late 19th century, Europe had begun the scramble for Africa. Powerful nations raced to seize territory, resources, and influence across the continent. France turned its attention toward Dahomey. French leaders expected another quick colonial victory. Instead, they encountered a kingdom willing to fight. Negotiations failed. Tensions rose. Soon, war became unavoidable. As French troops advanced, the Agojie prepared for one of the greatest challenges in their history.
When war erupted, the Agojie charged directly into battle.
French soldiers were stunned. These women attacked with extraordinary courage, advancing through gunfire and artillery. Again and again, they launched assaults against positions many believed impossible to capture. The fighting was brutal, the battlefield filled with smoke, noise, and chaos. Yet even under devastating fire, the Agojie refused to retreat. Their determination left a lasting impression on friend and foe alike. The Agojie displayed remarkable bravery, but the balance of technology favored France. Modern rifles, machine guns, and artillery inflicted devastating casualties. Still, the warriors continued fighting. Many advanced knowing the odds were against them. Their resistance became a symbol of defiance against colonial expansion. Even French reports acknowledged their courage. The Agojie had earned the respect of their enemies.
Despite their heroism, Dahomey could not overcome the technological advantage of the French Empire. The kingdom eventually fell. Its independence was lost. But something extraordinary remained. The courage of the Agojie survived long after the battles ended. Their story spread beyond Africa. They became symbols of resistance, resilience, and determination in the face of overwhelming odds.
Today, the Agojie remain among the most remarkable military forces in world history. Their story challenges stereotypes. It reminds us that Africa's past is filled with powerful leaders, skilled warriors, and extraordinary achievements. The women of Dahomey proved that courage is not defined by gender. Their legacy continues to inspire historians, filmmakers, and millions of people around the world.
History often remembers empires, kings, and conquerors, but sometimes the most powerful stories belong to those who refuse to surrender. The Agojie stood against one of the world's greatest colonial powers. They fought with discipline, they fought with honor, and they fought with courage that continues to echo across generations. Though their kingdom fell, their spirit did not. Today, their story reminds us that true strength is not measured by victory alone. Sometimes, true strength is the willingness to stand and fight for what you believe in, even when the world says you cannot win. The women of Dahomey did exactly that, and history will never forget them.